adding artistic text. We are now remaining on page 28, artistic text, so that we can take the text that we've got here and apply that to a business card. Now we are going to do something a little different here. What I want you to do is select the business card that I have placed here. It wasn't there previously. I will just put it there now so that you can work with this, and I want you to bring it down to just to the side of the screen there, like that. Type in a value of 90. Make sure the lock is on to bring about to a proper business card size. Just pop that there. Then I want you to go ahead, just select all of that text there, pop it up to the top there like that. And this piece of text here, pop that down to the bottom like that. Now there is a reason why I'm doing this, because for many of you in your job places, depending what it is that you do, you will have to learn the art of matching text and matching the look of things, and there are quick ways of doing that and so forth. So I want to do this a little differently. What we can actually do from this point in time, if you want to, and it is up to you, I will zoom back out. You can take this card, which is my design, and continue on using that if you want. Or, once we finish doing this, simply go back a page. Of course, copy yours and then paste it down on the page there. It's up to you to apply this, but for right now, this is work we are doing with text, and I want to get you to think in a certain way. So let's begin. The object of this exercise here is for us to match this text up with this text here in terms of size, characteristics, etc. So simply we will start out. Select your card. You will have to ungroup. Now we have talked about that fourth or group together. Right-click, select Ungroup. Now you will be able to select all the text individually. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, let's select this piece of text here. What's the point size? That's 10. What's the point size of ours? 12. So let's, first of all, change the point size to 10. Now, of course, it doesn't look the same. What are the differences? Well, the first thing I notice is that, of course, that's in uppercase and that's in lowercase, and I have done this obviously all deliberately because there are some things that I want you to see and learn. Well, rather than retyping that into uppercase, there is a really quick way. Simply go up to text, come all the way down to change case, OK, and then choose uppercase. Click OK, and automatically it's changed to uppercase. The other thing I can see is that this is bold, and that is not. And also it is in italic size, and that's not. So now we have got matching text. Let's click on the next one. You will notice this, there is no point size showing up. Now why do you think that is? And this is important. If you have a look, this is one piece of text, but there are two different point sizes. So we will show you a point size. Rather, you have to get your text tool or double-click. Double-click. Now if I highlight that piece of text, you will notice that it has a point size. Highlight that one, and that has a different point size, probably 6 as it is meant to be. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to highlight that, and what was that again? Click and I point. So highlight that and make it 8 point. And this one was close enough to 6, so highlight that and we will make that one 6 point. There we go. This one is also bold. This one's not. So select and make that bold. Good. So that now matches with that. Now, whatever you want to say it. Okay, that's a 7 point. Now I don't need my text tool, so do select that and make that a 7 point. And finally, this one is close enough to 6. So select and we'll make that 6 point. Now that's all I really wanted to do. Well, just to make you think and help you see, there are some quick ways of doing things, and also to really think. Now again, I almost made a mistake there. That is obviously bold, And that's not. And a good example there. I had that sitting up there away from the original piece of text so it didn't click. Always place your text alongside whatever it is you are trying to match really closely, and it will stand up to you. So there you go. We have got a match. Okay, what I am now going to do is delete that, and I'm going to zoom that a little bit more, and I'm going to show you how it is that I came up with the design that I came up with. Whenever you are designing, and this is one of the best tips that I can give you, take what your assets, we call them assets, place them around your design in multiple locations, so you might start up by popping that in the center, a usual and common thing to do. You might place that, say, alongside of there, simply down there, and even place that, maybe shrink it down to size, or maybe put it on the purple that maybe make it. Watch, for example, shift page up, bring it to the top layer. You might do that, although that doesn't particularly work for me. So Control Z, back to there. You will also notice the text is going underneath here. And of course, we don't want that. So select all of this and shift. Page up to the top line. So again, take your attributes, put them all around the page. You might come up with something that is really interesting and different. And look, that kind of works too, doesn't it? So point being played with your assets, move them around. You know you might want to pop that down the bottom, pop up there. You might change the size. I don't want to do that for the moment to make things a little differently, etc. Well, the reason I did what I did was I was looking for more of that corporate look. And in a typical corporate look, oftentimes in a business card, we have right justification. So if I select that and I come up here or choose right justification, I will do the same thing here and right justification. You know, it's a common look in the business world to have that right side justification, and I think it looks quite nice. So now we are faced with how do we line all this up and have it make sense? Well, I am quickly going to show you how to use guidelines very quickly. Now remember, we have got Snap to Object turned on. We can also turn on Snap to Guidelines. So I am going to just turn that on as well. Click on the ruler and drag and see that one? I am going to snap that right to the edge of my spiral to say, click and drag, pull down. I'm going to snap that right near to the spiral, and again, right there, and again, right there. So I have now got 4 what we call location points. Now I'm going to put one at the back here like that we can snap the back in the text tool, so it is as simple as this. Now that I have done all my lining up, all I have to do is tab my text, click right on the very top of it like that, snap, see how it snapped, and move to there, and then snapped to the back of the line there. Same thing here, snap, and then snap to the back of that. In fact, wrong way around one. I want this one out there. Snap, and then snap. How easy is that for lining things up? Snap that at the bottom one and snap, okay? And similarly right there. Now there are 2 ways you can do with your guidelines. I can turn them off, come up to View, and I can turn the display of them off, but they are actually still there. And so there are still snap or lay them on and delete them, which in my case is what I'm going to do because I don't need them anymore. I quickly wanted to show you a way of achieving the end goal. So I would like you to go ahead now, bring up your text, aligned as I have shown you, make sure it matches perfectly, and then we're ready to move on.